Hello guys, welcome to today's video. We're going to continue simplifying radicals. It's just going to be the first 5 on this paper that I gave you today. Simplifying radicals. Not the whole thing, just 5. Just first a little bit more practice and I'll walk you through it for those of you who are still struggling. So I'm not going to write these on here, obviously. I'm going to put them on a separate sheet of paper, which is what you should also do. If you want to write them on the back of this paper, that's also fine. And we'll do the rest of this in class. Okay, so number 1, the square root of 63. We just want to put this in its simplest form. So we need to make a factor tree, first of all, to figure out 2 numbers that multiply together to give you 63. Now, the trick that I told you, where you can divide by 2, it doesn't work for this number because it gives you a decimal. So if 2 doesn't work, if dividing by 2 doesn't work, try to divide by 3. That gives you 21. So perfect. 21 times 3 is 63. You can check that in the calculator. 21 times 3. Perfect. Okay? Remember to circle your prime numbers. 3 is prime. 21 is not. Now, to multiply 2 numbers to give you 21, you have to use 7 times 3. Those are the only factors of 21 that aren't 1 and 21. And those are both prime. Okay? So now come over here and draw a new radical sign and put your prime factors underneath. So 3, 3, and 7. Alright, now look to see if you have any partners, any pairs of the same number. You have a partner, a group of 3s. So circle that, cross it out, and put 1 3 on the outside. Now this 7 stays on the inside because it does not have a partner. And that is your simplified form of the square root of 63. Moving on, number 2, that's the square root of 24. Okay, so for 24 you can do 12 times 2. 2 is prime. For 12 you can do 6 times 2. 2 is prime. And for 6 you can do 3 times 2. Now they're both prime. So you can stop. Draw your new radical and put all your prime factors underneath. So 3 and then 3 2's. You do have 4 numbers in here, but you're looking for a group of 2 of the same number. So you actually only have one group of 2 of the same. So cross that group out and put one of those numbers on the outside of the radical. And then this 3 and the 2 that are inside, they don't have anybody to go with. Like they don't have another of the same number. So they stay inside, but you do need to multiply them together again. So 3 times 2 is 6. So it's 2 root 6. That is the simplified form of the square root of 24. We did that one today in class also. Good practice. Okay? Number 3 on your homework is the square root, 325. Alright, now here's where you're definitely going to need to do some dividing in the calculator, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and give you a tip. If a number ends in the digit 5, that means that you can divide 5 into it. That means 5 is definitely a factor. So take 325, that's our radicand, and divide it by 5. And you get 65. That means that 5 times 65 is a factor of 325. 5 is prime. All right. Same thing with 65. If you don't know what go multiply to give you 65, take your calculator, and since it ends in a 5, you can divide by 5. 65 divided by 5 is 13. So 13 times 5. 5 is prime, 13 is prime. We haven't seen a 13 yet, but 13 is prime, so circle it, and you can stop. See, you probably thought that this was going to be a big, huge factor tree, but it's not. It's not, because 13 is prime and 5 is prime, so we stop there. There's nothing else you can do. Okay. Put your prime factors under your radical. 5 times 5 times 13. Okay. You got a group of 5s here. Cross it out and put 1 5 on the outside. 13 stays in. Your answer is 5 root 13. Or 5 times the square root of 13. Alright, number 4. The square root of 99. Alright, like I said, if you don't know what the factors are, try dividing by 2 or dividing by 3. So let's divide by 2. Oh, that gives me a decimal. I cannot use that. Let's divide by 3. 33. So that means 33 times 3 is 99. 3 is prime. Okay, now I need to figure out what I can multiply to give me 33. We can try 2. When you divide by 2, it's a decimal. So try 3. 11. 11 times 3 is 33. And now those are both prime. 11 is prime. 11 and 13 are prime. So circle them. Okay. Put your prime factors underneath. 3, 3, and 11. Circle your pair. Cross it out. 1 goes out. So you get 3 times the square root of 11. That is the simplified version. Okay. Last one, number 5. Is the square root of 192. Okay. Let's try dividing by 2 for this one. 192 divided by 2, 96. So that's 96 times 2. Alright, again for 96, we can try dividing by 2. And that's 48. Divided by 2 is 24. We're going to have a lot of 2's for this one. 24 divided by 2 is 12. 12 divided by 2, that's 6, so 6 times 2. And then for 6, that's 3 times 2. Wow. So we had to go all the way down to the bottom for this one. That means we need to be extra careful when we're copying these prime factors into our new radical. Okay? So I have a 3. 1, 3. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2's. Okay? I'm going to have a few partners here. So I have 2 2's here, 2 2's here, and 2 here. Alright, so since I have 3 groups of pairs of 2, that means I'm going to have, cross it out, cross it out, cross it out, 3 2's that go on the outside. I have 3 pairs, so I put 3 2s. And then the 3 stays in. Okay, now all that's left to do is to multiply these 3 2s together. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. So it's 8 times the square root of 3. All done. Alright guys, hopefully I will see you tomorrow and you will have your homework done and we can move on to playing a more fun game. So see you guys tomorrow.